Tonight on Monday night. Alright. And we have a really great show. I'm going to cut the intro pretty short because I want to get into it. Tonight, I have an actual guest instead of just somebody that I texted at the last minute to come on. Why don't you introduce yourself so I don't step on your toes or say something wrong?
Okay, all right. My name's Victor. Yeah, we've been friends since college, somewhat like that.
Yes, I saw something like that.
Yeah, I have my own YouTube channel that I'm trying to grow. So
I was just checking it out. I was checking it out again the other day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, who came up with that name?
I don't know. Maybe me. I did. I came up with that.
It was all you.
But yeah, I mean that's what I've been doing. That channel, then I have a podcast, the podcast is called Reroll Podcast, and
oh, I like that.
The podcast is dope too. But yeah, man, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Yes, no problem. You're gonna at least 3 people are gonna be so thrilled to hear you talk.
Oh, dope!
It's but this
I just
is
want Rizzo to hear my voice. So.
He's probably not gonna listen.
Oh,
Most people forget this exists and then they watch it after the fact or listen to it after the fact. But this is Monday Night Tonight. It's episode 4, so we're almost at the mid-season finale.
Crazy, man!
I go back and listen to everything and see how it sounds and decide what adjustments I need to make. So it's a work in progress. I'm sure you, as a podcaster, you understand.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I remember the first time actually not that I met you, the first time I saw you.
Okay.
It was in that play where you were playing guitar, that you played the nerd guy, and I was like, I'm gonna be friends with that guy. I'm gonna meet that guy. I want to get to know the man behind the guitar.
I've gotten that story, or at least similar versions of that story, from a lot of people at St. Joe's. I'll dox myself at St. Joseph's University. A lot of people are like, "Yeah, dude, I saw you in that play," and I was like, "Yeah, that guy's kind of cool."
You were probably the best part of the play. You definitely.
I mean, I was, but that's neither here. I got to kiss a different girl every night. It was pretty rad.
That was poop.
Yeah, it was the last time I kissed a girl.
Once every 10 years, it's all it takes.
Yeah, it's like a harvest moon. But tonight we're going to talk about Victor is somebody whose opinion I trust in 2 things and 2 things only, and that's anime and anime women. But tonight we're going to talk about video games and music instead. So
I'm pretty opinionated on my anime. I'm pretty opinionated.
We'll start just because we were gonna talk about what were we? You said you were gonna save it, but we're gonna talk about. I was bringing up Nintendo Labo because they
that shit.
Yeah, they announced recently they're gonna do VR for the Nintendo Labo kits, and I think that's kind of cool. I kind of figured it would happen. I didn't think it would happen this soon though.
Me neither. I didn't think it'd be this soon as well. I thought it would be like another generation of the Switch, maybe.
Yeah.
But like the way the Switch is made, it looks like it's just made to be put to be docked, obviously, right? It's really light. So I was like, they're definitely going to do VR with this. There's no way they're not going to do VR.
And well, that's an interesting because so you're a Switch boy, recent Switch boy. Yeah. How often do you play handheld mode?
Almost never. I mean, okay. I play it like on trips, but other than that, like.
I almost exclusively play handheld mode when I'm on the toilet, and that's about it.
I do play on the toilet sometimes, but I don't play handheld. I stand it up and I bring a controller. I got big black hands. I don't want to play with those small Joy-Cons. So I bring my Pro controller, set up my Switch, take an hour dump.
I did that senior year of college. Dude, when it first came out, I would bring it in because college bathrooms are tiny, so I would just set it down on the sink. So I definitely get where you're coming from.
Yeah, man.
Oh, just a quick shout out to all one person watching. There is a Discord link down there at the bottom right. It should also be in the description if you want to join the Discord. We have voice chat lines, and you can also text in, or if you want to send it in through the YouTube live chat, you can do that too if you have any questions, comments, concerns, things like that. So, sorry to hard cut to that.
Well, no worries, man.
But yeah, Labo. My thing is, I feel like Labo is Nintendo's way of beta testing ideas, but like making the customer pay for it.
I think so. I can see that. I mean, also, I see Labo more as just a toy for the kids. I mean, because I'm not gonna get Labo. Like, what the fuck is gonna fit in my apartment? All this, like, all these boxes. What the hell? You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely for like younger people. I mean, like, I don't know. Even if you try to do that, what's the one where you're the big robot? It doesn't fit all sizes, right? So it's hard to get that to fit.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
exactly.
I guess
so,
that
like,
would.
It's a very telltale sign that these are for kids. You know?
I came very close to buying like the first I guess batch of Labo kits just because I thought it was cool and I was on that wave of like I have money now and I can buy whatever I want.
I know, it's a great feeling.
But I think the VR kits are interesting. I don't think I'm gonna buy them, but I think it's an interesting way for them to kind of like test out this stuff. And I think you're right in thinking that it feels like technology that should be for a later generation of Switch. Which based on like the rumors recently about how there's going to be like a Switch Pro and a Switch Mini, that's probably where they're heading, and they're just seeing if there's any interest in the technology now.
That's a good idea. Yeah, Switch Pro probably do VR better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like PS4 Pro has better frame rates on a lot of games and stuff. I definitely want to try it out, but the issue is that like I don't really want to play Mario again or Zelda. I beat those games to like I beat them so badly. Like came out so long ago at this point. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to go back to those games.
I still get like surprised when I see people. Like I was on my Switch yesterday and I saw my little brother was playing Breath of the Wild. I'm like, really? Dog, that came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He got it right when it came out.
You know what? Actually, I never beat Calamity Ganon.
Are you serious?
Because I've done everything else. And I kind of felt like I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yo, I got so mad. I was so excited when the DLC came out. And like I beat it in like maybe a week. And then I got the Master Cycle and I'm like, well, now what? Because I already had all the Korok seeds. I already had all the shrines. Like, everything was done.
Now what?
So it's like, all right, I'll ride the Master Cycle until I run out of fuel. And then I'll go get more fuel and ride it again.
Yeah. I think, so I could go on a little bit of a tangent. What do you want out of the next Zelda?
Okay, no, that's a fair question. I don't want it to be just like a copy of Breath of the Wild. I want it to do something new, just like Breath of the Wild did. Like I like that Breath of the Wild was so very different from the Zelda formula, and I want them to do another big surprise.
I guess for me, I kind of want something similar to Breath of the Wild, but have more authored content along with that. So like not too Elder Scrollsy, but a little Elder Scrollsy, maybe a little bit like with quests and things like that. Like I don't know, I feel like that'd be cool to try that out.
That would be interesting if it was more, I guess, not so like on rails or like you're stuck with this is the story that you have to follow.
I like have different storylines you could do.
Yeah, like there's stuff like because I think they did a good job with Breath of the Wild where it's like there's different ways you can complete the same objective, but I think it'd be fun to just like toy with the idea of there's different objectives to go towards different ways or different endings. Yeah,
because I feel like I got so powerful now. Like I get to defeat Ganon and that's over. I wish there was another like set of quests for me to do. You know, like hey, maybe there's this other asshole named like Pro Ganon. I don't know. You defeat him too. I don't know.
Well, what do you think about the remake of Link's Awakening?
I'm pretty excited to play it, but I never played it before.
I'm excited because I tried to play it and it's almost impossible.
Of course,
because it was
the Game Boy. One Game Boy Color, or
I think it was Game Boy Color. Yeah, but
pretty old.
Like that was the era where if you didn't have a strategy guide, you couldn't beat a game.
I couldn't stand that. Yeah, as the video game nerd says, it's one of the where the fuck do I go type of game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like, that's all that game is. So I'm hoping they correct that with the remake.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I don't know what people's reaction is to like the new kind of like art style that they're going with. I think it looks fine. I don't really care too much about that. I'm just
me neither.
really, really hoping that they, I don't know, give you like a journal where you track your quests or like a mini map or something.
Something to help you, to guide you. Yeah, I got that too. I mean, I played the Wind Waker HD. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Zelda game, and even that one, sometimes you're just like, where do I go? And it's a huge map, and like that game. I think on a map, I think in the new one they would like kind of guided you a little bit better. So maybe they can do something like that with the new game to help guide you.
Yeah,
but
I really liked Wind Waker. It's not my favorite, but that is one that I really enjoyed just for the music.
Oh, it's so good.
I feel like Breath of the Wild didn't really. It was like one of the few where the music really wasn't all that big a deal.
Yeah, the music was more like, I would say like Red Dead Redemption-esque, where it would swell depending on what you were doing, and it was more masterfully done rather than iconic. If that makes sense.
Like I think the only song that I can just like off the top of my head remember is what's his name? The Bard, his song.
I don't remember.
What the hell is his name?
The Bard.
The bird guy who has the accordion.
Oh, that asshole. Yeah. You're right.
I like that song.
I think the best new song in Zelda in the past like 10 years was Gruce's theme from this asshole.
I love Gruce. I think Gruce is the best character that they've ever come up with.
Yeah. I never finished that game though.
Skyward Sword is so underrated.
Oh yeah.
It's honestly,
I didn't hate it. I just never finished it.
If they remade it and like just took out all those motion controls, it'd be such a good game.
That was my issue. I don't want to do motion controls. I just want to play a game. Like I don't want to have to fucking wave my hand around and shit.
Like what was it? Twilight Princess was so much better. The HD version was so much better because they took out the motion controls.
Exactly.
Wow, what a great game series.
Seriously.
Excuse me. The other Nintendo thing I wanted to talk to you about. There was a little game that came out back. When was that? Was that around Christmas time? A little game called Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Came out. When did that come out?
December, second week of December, right? Like 8th.
Yeah. Okay, so it was December. So a little game called Smash Brothers came out. Now, Victor, have you ever played a Smash Brothers game before?
I'm acquainted. I'm well acquainted.
Okay.
I've dabbled.
You might know I've played a Smash Brothers game before. I just wanted to know, just in 3 words, how would you describe Super Smash Brothers Ultimate?
It is good.
Very creative. I really, really, really like Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
It's like the perfect game. It's really
it
good.
really.
I mean, if you're a competitive Smash player, there's issues, but like, fuck it, right? Who cares? It's Smash Brothers. The Smash Brothers part of the game is good. It's perfect.
There's a question, because what issues do you see in the competitive scene? Just because I'm not that well acquainted with competitive Smash, so I don't know how this game is faring.
So mainly it's just online wise. There's no fucking way to play online, right? Just give me a ranked mode. Just give me a rank. Like randomly, I'm playing against like people like these top tier guys that play tournaments and shit. I randomly go against them. And then the next day I'm going against like a random baby. So like they don't like do a good job with that. All they need is a rank system, and it'd be perfect.
Have they brought it to any tournaments yet?
Yeah. There was one national or whatever, which is like the big one. I think that was in early February, around mid-February. My friends are all about that stuff. I'm really not that into it, but
because I know that they like the connect or the online issues were a problem. I was just wondering how it's doing like in the competitive gaming circuit.
I was
Just
still
because
better than 4.
yeah,
Definitely.
I figured that. I know, like my
It's the
buddies that
most
are
technical one.
they're Melee purists. They actually like Smash Ultimate. They still prefer Melee if they had the option,
Mm-hmm.
but they said Smash Ultimate is a very very close second as a favorite
Yeah.
Smash Brothers game, even though there's no wave dashing. My one friend Sean said if there was wave dashing, it would be better than Melee.
Yeah, it's honestly the most technical one since Melee. If not, I honestly think it may be more technical in other areas because there's more ways to play. There's more ways to like get on the ledge. There's more ways to like more things you have to think about, right?
Especially,
Harder,
I know one thing that really kind of changed the game is the perfect shielding.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
what it's
it
called?
turns into the yeah.
Yeah,
Because now it's called parrying. It's
yeah,
when you
yeah.
let go as opposed to when you hit it.
Exactly. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. My friend Michael was telling me that that's been kind of a game changer for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I like it
Definitely.
because I do it by accident all the time.
It also looks really fucking cool when you do it.
It does. You're just like, get away.
Yeah. But also as someone who like likes playing Smash competitively,
hmm
like to like a certain degree, right? Like when I say competitively, I mean at home in my shorts. I fucking
Yeah.
there's a lot of cheap characters that do a lot of bullshit. Like in every fighting game, right, you're gonna have characters that break the rules no matter what. You know,
hmm
in Street Fighter you have those characters, and Smash Bros. Melee, all the characters kind of fit in the rules, but Kirby would break it because he can jump a lot, right?
hmm
Link could break it because he had the grapple hook. In this game, everyone breaks the rules, and it's kind of annoying, right? So like,
You just have to
you're
figure out
dealing with
how.
like fucking King K. Rool has all this armor for some fucking reason,
It's
right?
awesome.
It's fucking stupid. Like he just fucking rolls over on you and you're dead. Like like all these characters, all these newer characters just break the rules, and it's like they're unique in ways that aren't I don't see fun to play against.
Mhm.
So that's my issue with the new Smash Brothers. It's like all these characters are fucking dumb.
I know a big complaint is that there's a lot of, especially if you play online, there's a lot of spammers. Like
Yeah.
if you're playing against like a Richter or Simon, they'll just spam the axe move, or like you get the fucking Ness and Lucas spammers who just spam PK Ice or PK Fire.
Yeah, that's all you're getting over and over.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that shouldn't be as big an issue because if you know they're just gonna spam, then you know what move that you're trying to counter, right?
Exactly, yeah. So you're supposed to avoid the spamming. And like the spammy like items and stuff, that doesn't really bother me. It's more like breaking the rules in terms of like having armor and stuff like that. There's more characters. I had like a list I was gonna talk to you about. I can't remember. But like a lot of new characters just do a lot of dumb stuff.
Do we know when is Joker slated to release?
We don't know, but there's a rumor that on the 11th there's going to be another direct.
So we'll probably find out on the 10th.
We'll find out, yeah. Yeah, we'll find out on the 10th.
And then they'll be like, hey, there's a direct tomorrow. And somehow everybody will be on the same page.
Oh my god. I don't really like being spoiled like that because now you just gotta wait longer.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, don't spoil the characters for me.
Oh, I just realized this game isn't gonna work the way I want it to.
Oh,
I'll figure it out. One more thing. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay. My last Nintendo point, and then we can move on to other discussion. Oh, excuse me. What has been your favorite Nintendo Switch game so far? I'm curious to see what your answer might be. Or at least top 3.
Top 3?
Yeah, just to make it a little easier.
I haven't played too many Switch games, so I want to say fucking Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Yo, whatever it's called. That's what's up.
That game is dope, dude. I gotta finish I want to play the expansion.
I played it. I beat it in 3 days on the Wii U, and I've been going back and forth on whether or not to buy it again.
It's so good. Oh, you need the expansion too, yeah.
That's the thing. They're like, oh, and we're adding more levels. I'm like, well, now I have to buy it.
Man. So yeah, because I didn't play Captain Toad on the Wii U, so for me that was a Switch game. And then you have Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
Definitely to my top 3. And see, in terms of like, I know I liked Mario, but I played a ton of what's that one game? It's a roguelike game. I can't remember the name of it. Dead Cells.
Okay.
Played a ton of Dead Cells on the Switch.
So that's kind of what I was gonna
Switch
get to.
Is all indie games.
I figured you would bring that up because I know I have the majority of my Switch library is indie games, most of which I played maybe just a couple hours and then let it go. But
yeah,
like Switch,
it's the best place to get them.
Honestly, it's become this like really weird like indie breeding ground. Kind of like secretly too. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but like there's like if you go on the I remember actually I was on my Nintendo 2DS not too long ago. I blew off the cobwebs and I was on the shop there just like looking through games. I'm like, maybe I can find a game to play because I really wanted to play Animal Crossing. That's what it was. And like all the games on that storefront are all mostly first party. But if you go to the Switch store, it's almost entirely indie games. There's very few first party games. It's kind of crazy what they've done.
It's almost kind of hard to find the first party games unless you know what you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, you can usually find them if you go to like featured or best selling.
Yeah,
they're typically
even
those
featured. You're getting half indies. Like, the little features. You're gonna get Breath of the Wild, Mario, and the Undertale. Yeah. That's what it's gonna be.
I think
Delta fucking Rune.
It's really great though that like Nintendo's kind of opened themselves up to allowing these indie developers to use the Switch as like a platform, and I think part of it is that the Switch is, since they used Android based software for
really?
The I forget what it is, but it's like the
SDK or I should know, right? That's
right. Yeah, of all people you would know, but it's Android based software that the Switch uses. So it's easier for developers. So it's simple to port Dead Cells over to the Switch, and I think that's probably a big reason why they have so many indie titles now.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because I remember I feel like older systems were very harder to kind of program for. And like to bring games over, like I know, like I'm thinking of things like the Vita too. Vita was a nightmare to program for. You know what I mean? So I guess they definitely learned over the years. Okay, let's make our software like our code easy to understand. You know what I mean?
And I mean they're just like rolling in the money now.
I don't buy any on my PC anymore unless they're only on PC. Like why?
Yeah, I very rarely buy.
And then Switch, they have you get so much money back on that program too.
Oh
they
yeah,
get free games.
Well, this is how they get you. That money expires after 30 days.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, your coins expire after 30 days. I found that out in the fine print.
Oh, I gotta spend some money then.
Yeah, it's kind of. Oh, what the? God damn it! There's a new expansion for Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah, I saw that. It's on sale on PC right now.
Yeah, because I was opening up my Steam library just to see like what I even have on here. It's mostly like either PC exclusives or just games that are gonna run better on PC. Like I recently got Borderlands 2 just to get back into that.
Yeah.
Because the Handsome Collection was like $7.
So you need to be hitting me up when you want to play these games because all the games you have, I have.
Do you?
I have Borderlands 2. Yeah. I have a lot of games on PC.
Oh,
I have too many games.
Do you have it on Steam?
Mm-hmm.
Steam doesn't tell me that you do. That's weird.
It should.
What's in?
Oh, you haven't launched it yet. Maybe that's why.
No, I played 7 hours of it at least.
I said I haven't launched it. It shows that it shows that you have it.
I fucked up and got Dragon Ball Fighter Z on the PC.
I remember you.
I played. Let's see. Oh wow, I played 13 hours. That's a lot
more than me. I got 6 hours. I always want to go back and play. I just don't.
Yeah, but like I have like bullshit. Like Binding of Isaac, I bought this in 2015,
Yeah.
I have 48 hours here on PC. I guarantee you, if I boot up my Switch, it'll say like 72, almost like 80 hours.
I want to get the Switch version so badly. I have it on PS4, but I want to get the Switch version.
That used to be my go-to pooping game.
Really? It's a good pooping game.
It's so much better on the Switch.
Yeah.
There's another one that I bought on the Switch that I already had on PC. I forget. Oh, no, not Jotun. Oh, that's what it was. It was Darkest Dungeon.
Oh yeah. I've been meaning to get that for Switch, Darkest Dungeon.
I like it a lot better on the Switch than I do on PC. Yeah, that's another one. I have 21 hours on PC. I probably have close to like 3 days on the Switch.
No, I know that game's crushing it. Is it like annoyingly crushing? Like, am I gonna be pissed off, or am I just gonna be like kind of?
You'll just be like emotionally distressed.
Yeah,
that's the best way to describe it.
Because the characters just like screaming, like, I don't want to do this anymore. They like peace out. They fuck off and shit. Like,
that's the thing. They don't like fuck off. That's the problem that Darkest Dungeon presents, is that anytime something goes wrong, it's usually your fault, and they're gonna let you sit in it the whole time. Because like, if somebody's sanity drops too low, they don't just leave. They stay there, and then you get like almost like 70-30 chance, the 30 being that they like come out of it positive, that they'll just flip and then they'll either like attack your other party members, they'll attack themselves, they just will pass their turn, or they'll throw themselves into the line of fire.
That's the worst part of XCOM.
Yeah, it's and it's like the whole time you're just thinking, I should have just left. I didn't have to do this room. I could have just left.
Yeah. Okay. I got that. Because the next time when it happens, it's so like, as soon as one person dies, your team just like gets fucked.
Oh no.
It's kind of annoying.
That's kind of what happens in Darkest Dungeon, because like when somebody dies, it gives everybody like 30 sanity, and you only have 100. And then that's the other worst part. If your sanity gets to like negative 200, you just die. They'll have a heart attack.
Oh no.
Yeah, or they have a chance to have a heart attack. There's like a certain percentage, but usually they like max out their sanity and die. Which then makes other people go insane, and then they die.
So, did you beat the Darkest Dungeon?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I didn't beat Dead Cells either.
I haven't even gotten to the final boss of Dead Cells. I got to
so many hours playing. Oh, with the clock guy?
Yeah, I got to him.
Yeah, that clock guy's annoying.
But I love that game. It's a very, very good game.
It is. My only issue with that game, I feel like you're not like progressing. I feel like a lot of runs are too similar. When you play Binding of Isaac, every run feels so different.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I got tired of it. I feel like I'm playing the same thing over and over.
I think it's because with Isaac, at least like each room usually is gonna look like different, or at least like the setup will be different. But like in Dead Cells, it's more or less the same dungeons that you're going into. Like the procedurally generated effect doesn't work as well.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's more similar to it's like a game, that roguelike game. That's like the 2D graphics. I'm trying to think. Rogue Legacy.
Oh, I've never played that.
Yeah, it's like it was earlier roguelike. It's fun. But back to it.
Speaking of roguelikes, this has nothing to do with roguelikes. Did you this is just the last video game talking point, and then we'll shift gears. But did you watch the Borderlands 3 announcement? The PAX 3 announcement?
It looks awesome.
They're so you're a fan of Funhouse. I don't know, do you still watch?
Oh, every day.
Okay. Did you watch their most recent podcast from last week?
I think I did. What was it about? What was the title?
It was filmed before the Borderlands 3 announcement actually happened, back when it was still a rumor. It was just Lawrence, Alana, and John Smith. And they were talking about Borderlands 3, and we're basically, it was mostly just like, Lawrence was like, I'm like excited, but like not that excited. And then Alana's like, it just looks like the same game. Why don't you just play Destiny 2? Destiny 2 already exists. And then John Smith was like, I don't know anything about these games. but I'm here.
That's usually what happens in this conversation.
And like,
no, I think I did listen to it passively.
Because I was listening to it at work, and I was just getting kind of annoyed with it. Mostly because I'm not the biggest fan of Alana. I respect that, you know, she's had a lot of years as a games journalist, and she has a lot of experience, and probably knows a lot more about video games than I do.
Yeah, of course.
But the thing that broke me was, she says, Kendrick Lamar's a mumble rapper, right? And Lawrence was like, I guess you could say that. She goes, yeah, Kendrick Lamar's a mumble rapper. And I was like, I have to stop listening to this. And like, I gave it a dislike. I went down to the comments. Like, I fell into this hole where I'm like, am I crazy here? There were so many people that were pissed off at that one podcast. Like, on the subreddit, it was a mess. And like, Lawrence went to the subreddit and tried to defend himself. And he goes, listen, guys, I know Kendrick Lamar is not a mumble rapper. I knew in the moment I didn't want to be that asshole who's like, well, actually,
because it wasn't necessary, right? You didn't make it's not pertinent to the. Yeah. And well, then like she's also foreign, so like
I have a problem with Australian people.
Me too.
I'll admit that, but it's because I had a boss who I hated who was Australian.
Yeah. Because I don't know. Like, my issue with her is like we like she didn't like the movie Us, and like the reason why she didn't like it, I was like, those are dumb reasons.
I watched that one too, and I didn't really pay attention to what she was saying in it because it didn't seem like she even cared about the movie at all.
Yeah, exactly. That's my issue with like a lot. Like, I understand they're busy and they have schedules, but like, don't put Alana and that random guy in these videos if they don't really care about this discussion, right? Like, I watched Funhouse for the original crew, and like you're having these tertiary characters on.
Yeah. I like John Smith. He's done like some fun stuff in the past, especially on like their board game videos or back old demo disc videos.
Oh yeah. I like him.
But like, I just don't care for Alana all that much.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sexist. I don't think it's sexist.
Whoa,
to say
I love
that,
Elise.
But that's the thing. Like, Elise is so
bury
good.
Elise.
Alana's the kind of person who like, she just reminds me of a lot of people from college who like had very strong opinions and just kind of said them without any information.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, now that we shit on people we don't know.
Sexist for the past couple minutes.
All right, so we're gonna we'll start the music segment of the podcast off with the talk show. It's a talk show, not a podcast. We're gonna start it off with a game, and I don't know how well this is gonna work because I don't have any way to play the music. But basically, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play probably 3 to 5 seconds of a song, and you have to guess what that song is.
I'm not gonna be able to do this.
I tried to pick songs that I figured you would probably know.
Okay.
So hopefully I picked good ones. The first one's very easy.
I'm sure it's not.
It's very, very easy. So I'm just gonna play it into my microphone and hope it sounds okay.
Okay.
From my phone, we'll see. Let me know if it doesn't sound great. But
okay. Okay, alright, so good ink. That one's easy.
Okay, so I figured that one's easy. Alright, there's 1 point for you. Alright, let me get the next one. Okay. Did you get that one?
I got a second of it. Not enough to figure it out.
Alright, let me play it again.
I couldn't tell you.
Alright. That one was The Chain by Fleetwood Mac.
I'm not big Fleetwood. I'm not like big on them. I never listened to them before.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I did have an ex that did like that. But
I figured. Alright, let me do this one.
Is that like one of those newer popular dance songs or something? I don't know.
This is not one of those newer. I tried to pick like rock songs because I figured you would know more rock songs.
I mean, I don't like hip hop songs too.
Shit.
But, all right, yeah.
I could do it. I could do a hip hop song if you prefer.
No. Do whatever you have queued up.
Okay. Do you want me to play that one again?
Yeah, please.
All right.
Play a little bit more. That's too quick, too.
This one might be kind of tricky.
What is it?
It's Old Yellow Bricks by Arctic Monkeys.
I should know that.
That's the thing. Like, I know you listen to
know that one.
Arctic
You're right.
Monkeys.
You're right. Yeah, I do like Arctic Monkeys. You're right.
All right, this one.
I mean, that one's an okay fit. That one's a point for you. That's an honest point for you.
This one's a classic, so you should definitely get this one.
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear anything?
It was like a split second of noise.
Okay, let me see.
There's no way. I can't get enough of the song.
What the heck? It's weird because it just like stops recording it. All right.
Oh, that's Fame.
Yeah, that was Fame.
Yeah. I don't know how I got Fame from that. It was so because I know how to play that song.
I was watching my feedback, and it just like it played the first bit and then just stopped taking any audio.
Yeah.
This is not the best way to do this.
No, not at all. But
I didn't know any other way.
I'm still 2 for 4.
Yeah, you do
2 for 3.
Okay. All right, this one is gonna be hard. That one is "Party All the Time" by Eddie Murphy.
There's no way I was gonna get that.
Yeah, I had to throw one of those in there.
What stupid one. That's pretty funny. Oh, My Hero?
Yeah, okay. That one went over well. That was My Hero by Left Foo Fighters. Alright, I've got 2 more.
Okay.
Is this still going through?
What's it? Is it I know the song. I listen to it all the time.
Did you get the full thing?
Radioactive?
It was Radioactive.
Yeah. I heard the O's.
Radioactive by
Imagine
Dragons.
Imagine Dragons, sorry, Bastille's the other one.
Okay. This one might be tricky.
It's because it's kind of long. I think I know this one.
Okay, let me try to get. Maybe if I do it a little bit further away from the microphone.
Yeah. I can't hear. I literally can't hear it from the song.
Damn it.
Figure it out.
Well, it was Detroit Rock City by Kiss.
I definitely would have got that. I think I would have got that one.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You did pretty good considering this was the worst way to play this game. I can't wait to listen to the playback of that.
I think you'll be impressed like on any of them.
Yeah. But that was usually I have titles for these. If I had I didn't make a stinger for that, but if I did, it would be called 5-second song. Even though some of those were like.
What you can do is in Discord you can make a DJ in Discord.
Really? How do you...
I don't know how, but my friends do it. Mac has one on his channel.
Mac's got I haven't seen him.
Not YouTube channel, but like Discord channel.
Yeah,
Discord
I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
I'll figure it out because I know there are ways to like share music between people.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out.
So, do you talk about the video game club often?
No, honestly no. This is the most I've talked about it in a while.
We haven't even talked about it.
It would be, we could, let's talk about the video game club a little bit. So we, for those who care, me and Victor used to be proud members of St. Joseph's University's first and only video game club.
We pretty much started it and ran it and did all the work for it.
Well, I mean, you started it and did most of the work for it.
Yeah, Joel claims that he started with it, but I started it.
What?
I did all the work.
I was just kind of there. I helped where I could, didn't where I didn't feel like it.
That's definitely okay.
But it was a lot of fun. I think we did some good with video games.
I think so too.
We did our live streams and those were good. We raised like $200.
I think overall it was more towards 300, like in total, like average $100 per year. But it really all the money we made was from like the first one, and then the tournaments brought in some good money too.
Yes, a lot of Red Bull was drank.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of shit was talked.
I miss those days, man.
It was great. It was mostly.
I think the club's still going on too, by the way. I think it's
is
still
it really?
I last time I checked, Gavin and the one his friend, they were running it. Last time I checked.
That's good. Gavin's a good boy.
Mm-hmm. Good video game name.
Yeah, I always like Video Game Club because a lot of the kids that showed up like didn't really have many friends on campus.
Exactly.
So it was kind of it was like a nice place for them to just hang out, play some video games, and make new friends. So I felt we were doing a service.
Exactly.
We were heroes.
We look so good to the Rams and stuff too. Like,
oh yeah,
I love that. Yeah.
I don't think Sean ever knew my involvement in Video Game Club. I think it was more that Courtney liked you and Joelle doing it.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's funny.
And I think Jess probably liked it too, just because she helped us out so much.
Yeah. Yeah, she did a good job too with helping us. But yeah, it was definitely cool for people like Jimmy to come by and like have someone to talk to about the Nintendo Directs. Like, no one on campus cared about that shit.
Absolutely not. Yeah. And honestly, like, I don't know if you ever like passed him on campus, but like if I ever passed him on campus, he would like head down, wouldn't even look at me. But the second we step into Video Game Club, he's like, "Hey, Colin, are you ready to get your ass kicked?" What the fuck, Jim?
First time he beat me in Smash Brothers, and then he called his mom. Were you there for that?
Oh shit, yeah.
I stopped playing Smash Brothers for about a year. I couldn't stand it. I was like, I'm done.
I think that was at one of the live streams.
Yeah.
Because, like, we got it. Oh, man, I should go back and see if I can find the clip of him literally calling his mom.
Oh, my gosh. And the only reason he was because I SD, too. I tried to spike him and I missed.
Man. Yo, that was fun. I want to try. A friend of mine who never went to any of the video game live streams, he said that he wanted to try and do one. I might. Maybe I'll do another 24-hour live stream.
Yeah, let me know. I won't stop by. I'll coordinate.
Yeah. Next time you're not being a Jersey boy.
I mean, you're not that far from me.
You live close to Atlantic City, right?
I am like 5 minutes from Atlantic City.
How close is Asbury Park to Atlantic City?
An hour and a half.
Okay, never mind. Because I went to a film festival last weekend.
Oh yeah, I saw all the pictures from Morgan put a bunch of pictures.
I didn't realize how far Asbury Park is. It was like 2 hours. I did, but I'm like, I didn't realize how long, because I've only had my license for like 8 months now.
You have your license now?
Oh yeah. Well, I thought I told you.
You have a car too?
Yeah, I got a car.
Look at you, stunting.
Yeah, right? That's why. Oh shit. Now I can't, because I was gonna say now I can go to one of your shows, but now.
Yeah. Well, if you still want to, I'm going to one. There's one Thursday night in Philly. We'll talk about it later.
Really? We'll talk about it. Yeah, because I listened to Hedera at least a few times a week. Yeah. They're still on my Spotify.
Good band, yeah. Man.
Yeah, but I didn't realize how long driving for 2 hours really is, especially when you're by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted, because Morgan was gonna leave the night that I left, and then she changed her mind, and I'm like, well, shit. Now I gotta drive.
That's very Morgan-esque.
Yeah, it was 10 o'clock at night, and I had to drive 2 hours home after Rizzo on his way there got pulled over by a cop for speeding, and I passed 6 state troopers on my way home. So, like, I had to drive the speed limit. There was no, like, I'll go a couple miles over to get home faster. It's like, no, it was 2 hours.
Rizzo would get caught speeding.
He got out of it.
He would get out of it.
Yeah.
That makes me so mad.
But it's like it was. We told the story on the last podcast, but I'm sorry, talk show. But he's an idiot. Oh my god, it's so dumb.
Yeah, man.
All right, so what bands are you listening to recently?
Right now, I'm listening to. Actually, who am I listening to right now? I listen to a lot of a girl named Saint Vincent.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah, she is my wife.
I've only ever listened to her music a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
She's not bad. She's definitely something I'm interested in.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually just got into Logic. His first album's pretty dope.
Okay, I've heard good things about Logic.
Lil Dicky. The only one song I like is Professional Rapper. Everything else I kind of hate.
I hate Lil Dicky so much.
It's okay. I think Professional Rapper is a phenomenal song. But other than that, it's like not that great. It's just a cool song. The idea of like Snoop Dogg interviewing you for a song, that's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah. So I saw the music video for that on
Cool.
YouTube.
Cool something too. Black Keys has a new album out.
I forgot about that. Yeah, because they just had that single release recently.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're touring with Modest Mouse.
Really?
And I kind of really want to go see that because that sounds like a really good show.
Dog, let me know if you buy tickets. Like, I'll go.
Let me see, I wonder if I can find. I'm not gonna look it up now, but yeah, I saw ads for it because it didn't say when the show dates were. It just said tickets going on sale soon. Yeah. I'm hoping. I'd love to go see that. Mm-hmm. Tenacious D was here.
What? I missed it.
It was in October. That's when it was. I was gonna go see it, but tickets were like $150.
Oh, of course. They don't play that often.
Yeah, it was at the Electric Factory.
Yeah, and smaller venue too. Not playing it like that big venue. I saw Radiohead last year. I think like October-ish.
Who's their frontman now?
It's the same guy, Tom York. So everyone's the same. No one like that.
Who was Chris Cornell? Who did he sing for?
Chris Cornell. I am not sure.
Was that Soundgarden?
Yeah, I think it was Soundgarden. Let me see. Soundgarden. Okay. Obviously, he's the one that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of him.
I get all those bands mixed up.
It's okay. I can see that.
I get Stone Temple Pilots and
21 Pilots.
No, not 20. Fuck 21 Pilots. Stone Temple Pilots and somebody else. There's another band, but I get them mixed up all the time.
I think Radiohead might be my favorite band all time.
I've never been a big Radiohead fan. Do you listen to Dream Theater?
Dream Theater, no.
Okay, my friend Rotimi loves Dream Theater. And
the African dude?
Yeah. He was like, trying to get us to. He kept like bringing it up. Like he was in our group chat and we were hanging out like a couple weeks ago, and he goes, "Hey guys, there's Dream Theater tickets going on sale soon. I might get them this weekend. Anybody want to go?" And nobody answered him. And then like we were hanging out. My friend Jake was like, "Yeah, maybe I'll go." And it was. He just kept asking like over and over, and everyone's like, "Nah, I don't really want to go see."
Man, I'm so jealous of your friend group. You got all these characters.
There's too many characters. Rotimi is in one of the D&D groups that I DM for, and he plays probably one of the most interesting characters I've ever heard of. He's a half-orc barbarian. So he's a barbarian who plays a lute. And
that's a thing? You can do that?
You can multi-class. Multi-classing is a thing. So he'll like throw out inspiration to people and be like, "Here, take an extra dice to like do something good." And then he'll activate his rage aura and start like smashing people with like an axe. But the thing is, he like when we first started playing, he would basically fall asleep while we were playing. And we're like, "So, what's Grog's doing?" Nothing, I guess.
So he would miss his turn?
Yeah, and then like when he nowadays, when he does actually roll, if it's like for the most mundane thing, he'll get like a natural 20. But then when he's trying to attack, he'll roll like 2s and 3s and just like can't land any attacks. It's such a travesty because like
that's funny.
He probably has the most interesting character, but he just he just doesn't use it right.
Speaking of D&D, have you played the game Divinity: Original Sin?
I have the second one.
Game. Okay, because that's like the closest you can get to like playing D&D. It's I love the game.
Intimidatingly so.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is a mode in I don't know if it was in the first one, but in Divinity 2 there's a game mode where you can have a third player basically act as a DM.
Yeah,
I've never done it, but I'm very interested in it.
You should try it one day. That'd be fun. I mean, my people. I play with 2 other guys, so our campaign's 3 people with Divinity 2 right now. We're pretty far in it, but
me and Rizzo were playing for a little while. Back when we were both semi-employed, but it was funny because when we did the character creation, he was like, "All right, what class are you gonna pick?" I'm like, "No, let's do it without telling each other. We'll pick our classes and then we'll reveal it." So we both coincidentally picked dwarves, and like he was like I think he was a healing class, like a battle mage healer or something like that, and then I picked a polymorph spellcaster. Cool, so it worked out pretty well, but it was funny because like he was like this like little bearded like white dwarf, and then I was this little bearded black dwarf. It's just really funny when like we like get onto the boat, and I'm like, all right, let me see your guy, and I'm like, no way, you did not pick a dwarf too.
Man,
but that game's a lot of fun.
It is. It's just really really long. Like really long.
So I'm hoping
I have like 50 hours played in our campaign, I'm pretty sure.
Because my friend Michael has it, so I told him like once we move in, we should start up a campaign again. And then our friend Jake was like, "Oh, yo, dude, I'll play, and I'll see if I can get Rizzo."
Do a LAN party at your apartment.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm most excited for: Minecraft LAN parties.
I am so jealous of you with this apartment situation, dog.
Very, very excited. Also, well, I don't know. Have you seen my game table on Instagram?
What's that?
I built a game table.
A game table?
Yes, it has a TV in it, and it looks nice.
Oh, I saw you. I saw that. Yeah. I saw you built it. Yeah.
So we were playing some Jackbox games on that, and then I have like a bunch of board games that we play on it. Mm-hmm. But that's going to be like the centerpiece of our whole apartment.
Man.
We're very excited. You'll have to come by. Everybody listening to this recording, you come by my apartment. My address is listed in the description. You can find it there.
Yeah, if not, you can use my social security to look up my address.
Yeah, you can do that. You can call my dad. He'll tell you.
He'll tell you.
He'll just tell you.
By accident too.
Oh yeah, he's over here. What are you, one of his little friends?
You want to play Nintendo?
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you gonna play on the Nintendo?
I don't know your dad. I'm just assuming he calls everything Nintendo.
He used to for a very, very long time, like too long.
That's funny, man.
All right, so we're nearing the end. Let's do some last little things. What's the last little thing we can talk? Because we talked a little bit about music, a little about video games. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up?
Not really. I mean, it was a good conversation.
Yeah. We had fun catching up.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll have to find somebody else I haven't talked to in a while to bring on next week to fill time. I'll get Joel. I'll send him a message.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, he's probably not gonna. I'll find somebody.
He's gonna say yes and then cancel it.
Yeah, right. I thought Rizzo was gonna do that last week.
Sorry, dog. I can't.
Yeah. I guess we'll wrap it up 5 minutes early. That's fine.
Yeah.
Do you have anything? Oh,
let's plug. I want to plug some plugs.
Do your plugs.
Okay. All right. So if you want to find me at anything, it's always at Being the Victor. That's my YouTube channel. That's my Instagram, my Twitter, and then my gaming channel, which is with my friend McDarif, who's quasi-popular. He's getting up there. Our channel is called Miss Input. We named it ourselves.
Okay. Well, That's just a lie.
Thanks for that name. That's a really good name.
Yeah, I know it's a good name.
We have a logo up now for the channel. Now
Oh, you get a new. I'll have to. Let me take a look. I'll look right now.
Yeah.
It better be good.
No, it's not. I mean, it's all right. It's a start.
Ooh, yikes. You. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. You played Sonic Forces?
Yes.
Oh, that's not a bad logo. I kind of like that. It's like Drake and Josh.
Yeah, it's good because my favorite color is blue and his is green, and they would look like kind of like the Sonic Adventure one a little bit.
Oh shit, Darksiders 2.
That's a bad. That one's bad. The Sonic Forces one's funnier, but
I own Darksiders 2. I just never played.
Yeah, everyone owns Darksiders 2.
Yeah, because they've sold it for like $3 every time.
Give that to me every day. I get a new copy of Darksiders 2.
I don't know what to do with them all.
But at this day and age, I think we're worried about channel focus and how we want to go forward. If we want to just do straight 23 minutes like videos, just like live, just us raw footage, or if we want to do edited, just like the funny parts. Because we're not trying to like make money off this. We're trying to just be casual. So we're just trying to we think we may just stick with the 20-minute format, just like put them up there.
Especially in today's YouTube climate.
It's so many people. Just... I mean, like you're not gonna be like big off of that. So.
No, I only do Monday Night Tonight so that people remember it's Monday Night Tonight.
Yeah, that's a good name too, actually.
Like, isn't it a good name? Everybody's been making fun of me for it.
It's because it's a Tonight Show on Monday night.
Yeah, and it's tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for being here, Victor.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
I don't have an outro song, so I'll just probably. Let me. Hold on. No, I don't like that one. You know what? I'll just pick a random one.
Yeah.
Why not? That one looks good enough. It's not. It's not that good. This one's fine. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. We will see you next week. I will, at least.
Yeah, I won't be here.